I meet bitches, discreet bitches, street bitches, slash, cocoa puff, sweet bitches, make you wanna eat bitches, but not me.
I tried so
I fuck with these hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start to... What is it you want from it? I gave you, you gave me. I played you, you played me.
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I have been
Here,
to lose it all.
Welcome everybody to the Showcase Pod. I am Don Vega, joined by the boss, Chris Blackheart, and we're live.
We are live for the first time, going on episode 4.
Not Mr. Wrestling 4, but
Not
4
Mr. Wrestling
episodes
4.
of the Showcase Pod, and we're live on YouTube.
We are live. Open lines will be coming up soon. We can get feedback, comments, unedited, unfiltered. You got a problem, you didn't call this, you can call in the line.
Well, you know, we might get blocked again. I don't know. We see.
Well, maybe we should start with that. One of our highest rating episodes is episode 3 on the Wheeling City Festival.
Yeah,
All truth, no lies, and it's not my fault if you can't handle the truth.
Is that your new line? It's not your fault? I think somebody else had that.
No, it's not my fault if you can't handle the truth. But
All right. So speaking of that, you know, one of the highest rated shows, you know, people really
It is.
like that. The fans, we like to thank the fans that's been tuning in weekly for the Showcase Pod. And the Wheeling City Festival episode was one of the highest ones going into today's live show, but it got reported.
well, the highest one and the highest hidden. If not,
I heard
people would put comments and then they would delete them.
Yeah, actually, you know, we caught a lot of those
Oh.
comments, and they're gonna be popping on the screen.
They're going to
soon.
be popping on the screen. So
Yeah,
all those
yeah,
who
yeah.
hid that again didn't like the truth,
And then they deleted the comments.
well, they thought they
That's
deleted.
a little magical thing called screenshots.
Oh, wait! I think Jim Cornette's organization,
Okay.
the Feather Bottoms, I think they did
Yeah.
trademark that, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
we'll pop those up soon. But before we get to that, before we get to the good stuff, you know, we got to plug our events coming up in July. You know,
That's
the summer
perfect.
events coming up. We're back at the Showcase Training Center and Arena, July 14th. That's a 7:47 p.m. bell time.
That's correct.
And on July the 30th, Sunday afternoon, we'll be at India Point Park in Providence, Rhode Island for the Puerto Rican Festival. That's going to be a great event. So all that and more, plus the training program. Talk briefly about that. Monday, Tuesdays, and
Monday,
Wednesdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday, the accelerated program. One of our head coaches will be back again this Wednesday,
Yep.
Mr. Kenny Doan.
I heard
So
he's
for-
over the pond.
Could been. We can't
Okay.
properly
that's what I-
discuss
that's
that.
what I
But the idea is if you're out there and you want to try to be a pro wrestler, you want to step up your game, you don't just want to be an indie wrestler. You want to be the wrestler that wants to take to the next level. Reach out to us, promoter at showcaseprowrestling.com, or just stop in. I've had the same phone number for 25 years. So if you worked for us in the past or somebody wants the number, just reach out to them, give them the number, or hit us up on social media, SP Wrestling on everything.
Everything.
But invest in yourself. Take that step if you want to make it.
So you gotta get down to, you know, clear cut. Everything is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
Everything.
SP Wrestling.
SP, we made it nice and easy.
Make it easy for everybody to also follow me on social media at Don Vega on Instagram and Punisher Don Vega on Facebook. Everything's listed under the description below the live and the video when it gets downloaded to YouTube. But you know, touching up on some topics that we had in the past, you know, they're gonna be open. They're gonna be open for people to comment. They're gonna be open for people to call in. Numbers gonna be on the screen when we're open for call. If the call does get disconnected, we do have callbacks, so we'll be reaching out to them if they have a real number and it's a real
that's
person
perfect.
and
That's perfect.
they're not hiding behind a fake account. Then you know that's great. But one of the topics that we touched on before was rats stories, which falls under any
that's
stories.
open.
Crazy
That's
promoters,
huge.
shady promoters. You know, we touched on the $15 payoffs, which is a big one that the guys like to
Hey, that's an
shit on
easy
you
one.
for. You know, the checks or whatnot.
More than what guys are getting in New Bedford in 2 weeks.
Dark side of New England
England.
wrestling, Puerto Rico stories, and any other topics. The pedal police, that's a big one. But any other topics that are gonna be requested by people tuning in, you know, on the chat. I see already. I'm looking at the chat, and I see that the SOG Ronnie Ribs is joining us.
All the way probably from New York.
Shout out to the SOG. He's always been watching the latest episodes.
He's watching,
We
recovering,
appreciate it.
if I'm not mistaken, from back surgery.
Yes. So
So-
best of luck to him. Speedy recovery. Hope to see him back soon. Any updates on you and what's going on? With everything going on?
No, you mean my phone should be going off the hook. A little busy texts a little bit, but my phone, apparently the old-fashioned way. You have a problem, you reach out. Why, you want to get into those stories, or?
I mean, yeah, we could get into the stories. Like I said, we have some of the comments that were left on some of the episodes by certain people that were upset at not only the William City Festival episode, but a lot of people that were upset at the Dan Quirk episode. And let me, before we get into that, I just want to say that, we meant no disrespect to Dan's family. We meant no disrespect to any of his real friends. We just wanted to get the story out there, and it was chosen by people on social media. We've been very open about the topics that we put on, and we let it up to the people that go on our social media to vote on these topics. And it was chosen, and we were going to talk about it, and that's plain and simple. Whoever didn't like it, oh well. I thought we were very respectful.
Well, I think we were respectful, we were honest, and we gave our viewpoint, which has never been heard. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the key part. And hopefully, if anything comes out of it, is always work safe, know your surroundings, and that's the key part. That was one of the key part that I got from there. And
Yeah.
we actually put. Everyone in my locker room knows fly into my ring, don't fly out.
Yeah.
And legitimately, that is the reason why. Because and this is way before high flying kept going flying everywhere. But it comes down to safety.
And the crazy part about the whole thing is that people that were upset wasn't even at that event. So if anybody's talking and if anybody's saying the right information, is the person or the people that were there. Yeah. And I was one of the people that were there. Yeah. So, with that being said, there's a lot of people that were upset. If we could pull some of the comments on that Dan Spider Quirk episode, because there was a lot of comments and some of them got deleted.
Well, self-deleted, is that?
Yeah, they got deleted by the person that wrote it. So I can't really see. He's pulling it up on now. There's a delay on my end here. And yeah, that was another comment. Oh yeah, what shitty production. When you do the live television and you're taping, there's a delay. Dummy. Yep. Whoever it was that commented that, obviously he's never been on television. He's never worked for any televised company. So yeah, that's besides the point.
And we do one and done. So we don't do retakes. It's just like a wrestling show.
Yeah.
You're doing it once, and if it's good,
Dan,
bad, or
you
indifferent.
can see the screen there. If you want to get into some of the comments, let me know who the comment came from and what was some. All right, let's see. See, it's live television. Wow, the magic of live TV.
Let's do a quick thank you for Dan Badandi. Danny is the master control. He is running everything behind the scenes for us. So, Danny, thank you for everything. Thank you for front of the idea of us actually doing it. So
one of the first comments came from Davey Painting, which I think is Dave Cole.
Dave Cole, that sounds.
And he said that the name was misspelled. The name wasn't misspelled. It was the font that was chosen for the graphic. Yep. His name was spelled properly. And then the second person that commented was Jose Perez. And he said, seriously, poor taste. And to call the dark side of New England, this one hurts more people than what it's worth. So, it is a dark side of New England. It was a sad moment. There was a tragic loss. So I don't understand what the question mark is about. Then he says, for Vega himself to lower himself to that level, future Hall of Famer, is a shame. There's no shame. There's no shame in my game. Like I said, I was never disrespectful. I gave my honest opinion. I was there that night. It affected me, whether me and Dan were best friends or not. It affected me because it's a human being. When there's a loss of a human being, it affects everybody. You don't have to be kissing somebody's ass. You don't have to be somebody's friend. You don't have to take them to dinner. It affects you. And it affected me. And if I want to talk about it, I'll talk about it all damn day. Because for 18 years, I recall that a lot of people posted a lot of shit that affected a lot of people. And they didn't give shits about feelings or who you hurt or whatnot. So for comments like that, you know, I wipe my ass with those comments. And my phone is always on, you know. So if we could look at some other comments that were left. So another comment by Jose Perez. And I think when he made all these comments, he didn't even watch the show at that point.
Well,
he made these comments before seeing the show. And he's talking about no class and no taste and talking about how we're bitter about a show or whatnot. It had nothing to do with a show. It had nothing to do with losing a show or not being booked on a show. It was a topic that we brought up and the people chose.
Because if anything, we shedded light unbiasedly regarding the situation. We told exactly what happened at that time. And unlike some people for almost 18 years who said derogatory stuff against Davey at that time regarding it, we didn't do anything. If anything, we shed light on what happened in our world regarding the whole situation with Davey and how he got around it and got through it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the conversation going to Willing City Festival is a little bit different.
Yeah, for many years I've been the guy that doesn't say much. I stayed to myself. I could give two shits about what's written in the internet and what people say. But if I feel the need after 26, 27 years to say something, I'm going to say it. I'm a grown man. I don't give a shit if you like it. If it hurts your feelings too damn fucking bad, I'm going to come out here as a public outlet. There's a freedom of speech. Right, Danny? Is that what it is? Freedom of the press? Yeah. I'm going to come out here and say it, whether it hurts people, whether they feel butthurt, because the people that are butthurt are the same people that initiate the shit, you know? So if you want to scroll past that and see who else had something to say. Rudy Boy Gonzalez. Okay, so he says people have no limits or boundaries in wrestling. He's right about that. There's no limits, there's no boundaries in wrestling.
Right,
it's pro wrestling.
It's pro wrestling, but people like to limit to you, but they don't like to limit themselves.
Yeah.
So
that's the funny part about everything. Then
we thank you for comedy. You don't have to like it, but
they get into a whole conversation of maturity and class. I have plenty of maturity, plenty of class. Anybody that knows me personally and knows what I've been through and the shit that I've been through, they know I got plenty of maturity and plenty of class. So for people to make comments about, and especially Jose Perez that knows me to some extent, to say maturity and class, bro, you know, you better check yourself on that one.
So I'll re-listen to the podcast and then comment, because you can't comment on a story.
They jumped the gun.
Yeah, no, because I think they thought we were going to bury people, and we didn't. But listen to it and then comment. And then reach out. Jose has my number.
I think he scrolled over. We got other comments from other people. David Baker. I seen and it's ridiculous. There's a thing called too far. I'm beyond lost for words. I guess war would be initiated. War.
For what?
I don't understand. He wasn't even born when this happened. And if he was in diapers.
Yes.
So
So listen to the podcast, then re-comment.
I mean, war. What type of war? I like war.
Put you on the truth?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny, again, all these guys, they go on the keyboard and they talk all this shit, but when I see them, they want to shake my hand. Nope. Why is this conversation never brought up when they see me face to face? We're all men here.
Well, and that's the
you know what I mean? If you want to comment about war and all this crap, I'm not hard to find. I go to shows. You see me at shows. I visit shows sometimes, not often, but when I feel like watching wrestling and looking at a few new guys that, I feel they got some potential, I go and watch. I go and support. Because ultimately, I love wrestling, and I enjoy going to shows and seeing new talent or whatnot. But yeah, I never see this type of attitude or conversations and all these, you know, all this bullshit fucking talk when I'm like face to face with people. Bulldog Blansky. Okay, Bulldog. I know him as
He's
for many years.
Yep.
Connecticut guy. Wrestled in Connecticut.
Yeah.
He's saying that we are pieces of shit for even doing this. Blackheart, you know better to keep in mind his family was not even contacted. All because you got so-called heat because you lost a gig. Another one that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Bulldog has nothing to do, you know. We've never had issues. I've always liked you. It has nothing to do with losing a venue. And it takes a piece of shit to know one. So I guess if we're pieces of shit, it's coming from another one. You know, I always respected everybody, but if we're going to get disrespectful, then, you know, it is what it is.
If you guys want, why don't we have a Connecticut edition of it, of what happened with them down there?
Well,
I mean that...
The problem is, no matter how much of a friend you were, you was not in the building.
Right, no. It was...
You didn't know what happened. You wasn't in the building. So, again, for many years, people talked about this, and there was no heat, no shits given. The minute the guys that are not the darlings and the ass kissers of New England talk about it, there's a problem. You know, the ass, you know, the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club? It should be the New England Wrestling Kiss Ass Club, because half of the guys in New England kiss each other's asses, and that's how they drink each other's Kool-Aid. You know, I drink nobody's Kool-Aid. I sit at home. I don't give a shit, you know. This I do because I love. This I do if I get a payday. And yes, I do get paid working for Blackheart, and it's not a $15 paycheck.
Well, it's not 2007 either. So.
Well, yeah, you know, 2007. But with that being said, you know, there's a lot of people that will talk and write shit and jump the gun without knowing what's going on. And, you know, for many years, I kind of looked to the wayside and I had nothing to say. I didn't give two shits. But now I'm older. I got an opinion. I got a voice. And I'm going to say whatever the hell I want, like I said. So if you don't like it, then great. If you want to, like I said, we're open to people commenting. We're open on people calling. We're open on people giving their feelings and emotions. You know, we're not in control of those.
Nope.
We're in control of what we do here.
Boy, he's really busy.
So this one, 17 hours after this whole argument, because you know, that one I take as a personal blow at the training program, because I mentioned something about we want your money, but you're going to benefit from what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. So if you're running a business, you want the customer's money.
You want the customer, and you
also want to provide them a service where they feel that they got something and they're going to come back and consume more of that service. Yep. Am I wrong for that?
That's usually how businesses go. I mean, my impression was they used to like to spend money, especially other people's money, instead of actually making the money.
So the comment says, when choosing a wrestling school, choose wisely. Make sure you choose one that truly has your interest in mind and not the one, and I quote, obviously just wants your money. A shot at the comment that I made. Yes, the kids that I work with, I have the best interest. I want them to be the best wrestlers they can. I want them to make it. I want them to get hired and get signed. I brought kids to the WWE. If I'm going to drop shit, names and all that, I brought some of my kids there. So if you're going to talk about not having their best interest in mind, then again, we need to do some homework.
Well, I think that's the problem. People like commenting, but people don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've always told people, if you're going to choose a program to get into, go to the school, check it out, find out the right environment for you. And I did that when Jose was running a training place for somebody. And so, I mean, that's just open for everybody. That you got to check the environment to make sure it's right for you. Check out, talk to the trainers, check out the people who are wrestling there. And just a comment on that. If you look at the last 5 years, no one from New England's got signed for the WWE. They're coming out of the current regime of any training center.
Yeah.
So for those who are running off what has happened in like 08, 09, 11, 12, those are other trainers, older trainers. They don't even run the place. They don't even own the place. So don't just run off what somebody did 10, 15 years ago. Do what they're doing now.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the difference. We've had, the past year and a half, we have 2 guys that are going up, 1.5 guys getting looked at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's an honest
You don't
review
have
of
to
what we're
scream
doing.
it out to the sky.
Right.
I'm the type of guy that I let the happenings happen
Yep.
before I go yelling and screaming about it. You know, I let action speak louder than some of the words.
Yep.
So, you know, but for comments to take shots, they're welcome. I could care less. I go home in a couple hours and I sleep like a baby. So I don't get hot and bother. We're in social media. Anybody's entitled to their opinions. If they want to say crawl on the rock and die, I'm not going to do it, but you're welcome to say it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I see that we got a lot of viewers now, and you know, a lot of the people. It's funny that a lot of the people that have been busy the last couple weeks, I don't see no comments.
Are they real people or fake people?
Some real people. I mean, you got some text messages there as well. I don't know if you want to get into that, but, you know, you've had an interesting couple days.
Well, no, I had a nice text message because it's funny when people love using social media to jab at people. So we kind of did that too. We had our graphics department make a couple of videos put out there, and people were very upset about it.
Yeah.
And people I've known for over 20 years.
Let's not beat around the bush. When you say people, we got to drop names because this is a see-through kind of pod.
All right, I know. I'll find it.
We got to drop names. We're talking about the Whalum City champion,
fine. We'll go there.
the NRG, the notorious Rambo Godfrey,
Oh,
the
talking about-
rightful
oh, yeah,
champion.
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
he threw some. We did some videos. He came out again, stating the truth. He is the Whalum City champion.
That is true.
He does want to defend the belt.
That is true.
And he's never been contacted before
Nope,
this
not even
bogus
once.
AEW replica title is being exposed.
Yeah.
Is that a lie?
That is not a lie, but Davey was very upset, and he sent me a message. I'll read it out because I got here on Puerto Rican time today.
Oh, you. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
We got that. That was the one that said the tone there.
Yeah, I think that was it.
the last video.
Yeah, if you want, play that for the people, for those that didn't see it. And then I'll read the text message with New Bedford English.
Wayland City champion, the rightful Wayland City champion, at home, here in training, real training, at a real promotion. Looks like the message has been received. I've got messages today. Let me tell you, I said I was willing to put the real belt up on the line. But you gotta put your money where your mouth is. You know, you hear stories sometimes. I don't know. I need to get paid first before I go out. But if the money's there, the money's right. No funny money. I'll bring the title. I'll put it up on the line. Notorious has never been worried. He's never been worried.
I mean, is he lying about that? I mean,
No. So that went up, if I'm not mistaken, on like Thursday.
Yeah.
And then this is when I get the message from Dave. Now, remember, I've known Davey for over 20 years. And Dave is, now this is, you can shoot on me all you want. And you and your fucking corny student can do what they want, but show up and I'll stop fucking you all up one by one. You know why. This is the last fucking warning. Every one of your students are so bad that they only work for one company, but you still want to sit there and fucking pop shit. That's cool with me, bro. I remember this, and when I see you, Chris, remember, I am going to smack you in the mouth. I
Sounds like a
did
wrestling
nothing to
pro.
you guys. You lost the festival show because you didn't bring the star like you were supposed to. So let me break that down. Let's start backwards.
Yeah.
So the last time we ran, every time I ran New Bedford shows, I always did an agreement 2 ways. I did the general show and then also for National Talent. The last time we ran, we were coming out of COVID. I think it was a year and a half out of it. They didn't want national stars. They didn't have the budget for it, so we didn't do it. Mm-hmm. So this is why. And then, Davey's going to smack me. So we do have a new coin for Davey. So it's called getting cashed. So basically, if you get a message or a text from someone with an empty promise to do nothing when they see you, that is called a cash. So we do have if you are out there listening, apparently there's quite a few people. I heard there's a promoter, a new promoter in the New Bedford area that got cashed also because Davey lost a venue at a local beach. So we got very mad on that.
Yeah.
So ironically, after Davey told me that, I called him. He didn't pick up. He did call me later that night. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm not having a conversation with you at 9:30, 10. I did call him the next day, missed it, and then he texted me and he was driving a 26-foot box truck. So that was it. And that was before the Willing City Festival dropped. Okay. So I tried to have a conversation with Davey because he did some cute stuff online, regarding the festival and stuff. It was cute. So I'm like, production guy's like, hey, let me do some stuff. So we did it. So you're mad because we outshined you on something that you're very mad about.
We never had stars because the budget for those last couple of years wasn't there for stars.
Yeah, if there was no budget, we weren't doing it. So,
prior years, when there was a budget, we had the
absolutely.
stars.
And again, those are separate agreements. Like when we brought Tito in, we brought the Spirit Squad in, and we did underneath.
Matt Stryker, Manu, Robbie, and a host of others, and indie talent from other places.
Yep. So, so that's what it is. So that's actually when I saw that, that's when I reached out. I'm like, hey, maybe Davey's not getting the full story. Because you don't know. Maybe Mike is not telling the real story. So
I don't know, man. I just think that regardless of that point, you're making threats over text messages that you're gonna punch people. And then I think Rambo Godfrey got a text message about kid this. First of all, Rambo's a man.
Yeah,
he's a grown man. He's not a kid. Second of all, I don't think you want to mess around with that kid, Dave. I would keep the threats to a minimum when it comes to all that. And
I'll call Zach Carter. I heard a story. I did. Was it 07? Zach Carter double takedown on
I think
Davey.
it was a little bit later than that.
Right.
Yeah,
I wasn't there, so
Zach Carter dropped him on his ass, and that's Zach Carter. So making threats to Rambo, making threats to you.
Yeah, so
I've never gotten any threats, so I can't comment.
Which I thought was the funniest
on
part
threats.
because
maybe tonight I'll get a text message that I'm gonna get smacked. I would love to see that. I will live stream it. I will pay you if you slap me in the face. I will give you $1,000 and I'll live stream it if you slap me in the face. Any other motherfuckers that are commenting on here, I will pay if they slap me in the face. How about that? Let's put our money where our mouth is, right? That's what Rambo said?
Yes.
Put your money where your mouth.
Well, no, that's what. No, that's what he.
So that's out there.
That's what he said.
Any of these cronies that think they're hot shit on the internet, they know where to find me. 126 Main Street. I'm there Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And if they want to come to South Providence, that's fine. We can do that there too. And I'll live stream it, and you can try to slap me in the face. Because my dad's been dead for 5 years, and he never touched my face. And ain't no motherfucker in this world that's going to touch my face and live another day to fucking do it again. So let's just leave that there for future thoughts.
Can I text you?
You could. Right. You want the $1,000, don't you?
I do.
You fucking shady promoter.
I don't want to sue you over it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
might have to pay you in a year from now.
Yeah, a year from now? Okay, no.
I might send you a check
8
and
months.
it'll get lost
I
in the mail.
have to ghost you too then for about 8 months.
So. Oh, okay. That's how we're doing it. So
that's what
if we want to go through some of the comments of the people that are online right now, Dan, if you can see some of the comments there, I know we got Rob Roberts is online.
Oh, he got catched too.
The SOG Ronnie Ribs. We have somebody else. I can't make the name, but he says the next Dark Side of New England should be about Todd Sopel. That's a name I haven't heard for a while. All right, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to open the phone lines, open up the flood lines.
So yeah, guys, if you call in, just let it ring once. If somebody's on the phone, we'll deny the call, but we will call you back. So don't keep calling. Call once, and we will call you back.
Don't worry. Getting the production down, Davey. Oh, Danny on that, but yeah, not everything's perfect, but I almost feel like you feel like you're cleansing today, don't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, because like I said, for a long time, I just swallow a lot of stuff that made me uncomfortable about people, shady people that I have to, acquaintances that, you think they're friends, but in reality, I've heard many stories of them talking shit behind my back and not really having talking about best interests. I've heard a lot of stories about people that I thought were friends that have never had my best interest, and I just, I kept it civil. I do my own thing. And like I said, I've never been the type of guy to beg, ask for favors, kiss anybody's ass. If I could be of use in your show because I possess some talent and could help, then book me. I'm grateful for the booking. But if I have to kiss your ass and pretend that I like you and I want to take you out to dinner and all this other shit, I'm not going to do it. That's just me. We keep it real in this podcast. And I have to be real, and that's who I am, So... Do we have a caller on the line, Dan? Oh, yeah.
We got a ringer.
All right, who's joining us? You're in the Showcase Pod.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, this is Rob.
Roberts. What's going on, Rob
What's
Roberts?
Not much. What's up with you?
Not much. You tell me what's up. So what do you want to talk about, Roberts?
Well, talking about the whole getting cash thing, dude freaking texts me through Facebook and threatens me about slapping me in my face and threatening me and shit.
Okay, so he got cash with Blackheart.
Well, I think he got cash because he liked the post and he was excited to see it.
Time.
So why was it that he cashed you? Why you get the threats?
Because of the Whalen City Festival, and I support Showcase Pro Wrestling.
Okay, all right. Well, we do thank you for the support, and you do work for the company at times. So
yes, I do.
We thank you for tuning in, Roberts, and we'll be in touch with you.
All right, brother. Later.
All right, thanks for the call.
Yeah, no problem.
32 minutes for it.
32 minutes, yep.
Hello.
Yep, you're on the Showcase Pod. Who's this?
This is Aiden.
Aiden. Young Aiden.
Yes.
Yes, so Aiden, he's, what would you call that? He was training with us for a little while, and
if I'm not mistaken, he was a junior in high school.
Yeah.
Actually, did you graduate, Aiden?
I just graduated.
Right. Yeah. So
congratulations to you.
Yeah. So
Thank
Aiden,
you.
congratulations for actually graduating. We were worried about that for a while. But if I'm not mistaken, you came to us originally through a school program. Is that correct?
Yes, we actually had to do a school project, and it was to graduate. And so it was for all the students, and everyone had to learn something new. So you had the generic, sports kids make a baseball bat. You got the girls who knit hats for the, the foundations, whatever, fundraisers. And I was like, I want to become a professional wrestler. Why don't I actually get in the ring and show people how hard it is to become a professional wrestler and really give them a view on what it really is, like behind the scenes.
All right, that's cool. So now that you mentioned that, tell us how hard it is, your experience at the Showcase Training Center with the guys and the training.
So I actually, I had to take a break due to, I was actually doing amateur wrestling for the school. But while I was there, I really did enjoy it. You get to learn a lot about everybody, and I think it was just so cool not only get like in the ring, but also behind the scenes and learning how everything works and how you see everyone evolve over time. And I think that was just so awesome being there. And every now and then, you know, once I get my money, hopefully I'll be back there soon. But I love going helping out at events and just seeing everybody.
Hey, man, we thank you for calling. We appreciate the feedback, and hopefully you'll be back around soon.
Oh, I will be. Trust me.
Sounds good, Flip Flop.
All righty, I'll catch you.
All right, we'll catch you down the road.
Bye-bye.
There you go. You know, one of those guys that we never had an interest in.
Never
in
interest.
best
If
interest.
anything, we actually helped him get into amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
Refocus on that. If I'm not mistaken, he was trying out for different sports teams, had issues, overweight, lack of confidence. He went back, tried for amateur wrestling, figuring that would help him going.
And he's in
in
great
pro.
shape
And
now.
now,
Lost a
if I'm
ton
not
of weight.
mistaken, he's like the number 2 wrestler at his school.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Good for Aiden.
He's a young
He's a good kid.
and, you know, I reach out to him tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah.
Aiden, if you're listening, still do not text me at 11:30 at night.
All right, so we got Brandon Aller. He says, "What's up, guys?" Is Brandon Aller gonna call in?
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Well, we may not have his son's best interest.
Oh, might not.
Yeah.
Alex Lopez. He says, "Dímelo," which means "What's up?" Kyle Rocha. He says, "What's up, Theos?"
Oh, the instigator, Kyle
Man,
Rocha.
See, these type of people need to call in because they instigate shit.
Well,
So,
no, yeah, they do.
Yeah. See, scrolling to the messages here. Okay, so again, those that phone number is up on the screen right now. If you want to join us, if you want to give us a call, if you want to leave a comment.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of the people that we had conversations about, and we actually, at the end of the Willing City Festival, we invited people who had information. They wanted to call in, bring us all the information, not just a page. If you're going to bring information, bring the whole thing, page 1 through page 10, not just page 1, because you like what's on that.
Page 1 from like something that just recently started and
Yes.
accusation that was brought up.
You got to bring everything.
I mean,
you know?
we were open to other topics. We were open. Oh, there we go. We got a caller.
I think that's a Rocha.
All right, you're in the Showcase Pod. You're on the air. Who's calling?
Oh, this here's the SOG, Ronnie Ribs.
Ronnie Ribs. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not too much. Just enjoying the hell out of this live format. Think it's great. Think everything you guys are bringing to the table with this show is great and honest. And, you know, I doubt anybody's going to call me and ask us because, you know, it's just not something that happens. I think it's a great format, and I think you guys are doing a good thing. As far as New England goes, a lot of these truths need to be out there. And talking about Spider's death, that was amazing. I got to be honest. I didn't know him. I knew a lot of the guys who were connected to him. I thought you guys did a great job. I thought it was tasteful. I didn't think you stepped over any lines on that. I think there's just a lot of butthurt people out there with their hands out looking for a payday that don't understand that the payday comes from hard work, not from riding coattails.
Yeah, that's.
And yes, I said that.
That's great that, you know, you've been watching, Ronnie. We appreciate your honest opinion, your honest feedback. Talk to us about health-wise. You know, we know you had the surgery done. How are you feeling?
Yeah, health-wise, I'm doing all right. My voice doesn't sound any better than the day after it happened. I had C5, 6, and 7 fused about 2 months ago. I'm down to 232 pounds from almost 270 right before the injury. I know you guys remember I was still trying to, you know, work through it and trying to do the best. I was just getting fat and drinking a lot, and I probably owe some apologies when I get back, but that's fine. I'll take care of that when I get back. But health-wise, I feel great. I can actually feel my fingertips again. I feel like, you know, probably in about 6 months to a year, we'll see where I am, and then I'll be back on the scene, I'm hoping.
Well, yeah, man, we wish you the best on that. We're glad that, you know, you got your health going and, you know, health comes first. And, yeah, man, it's like life. You know, we're all, like I said earlier, we're all men. We're all made mistakes. You know, at least we're honest enough and straightforward enough to have a conversation face to face. And, you know, if apologies are needed, we apologize. And it's something that is straightforward and heartfelt. And we could get past it and work together towards something new, something better in the future. So I'm glad you're feeling good. I'm glad the surgery went well, and I'm hoping that I know for certain you're gonna get back at it again. So we're hoping for the best for you.
And I'm thinking, Ronnie, you could be a guest coming down the line. The Ronnie Ribb story.
Yes, yeah,
could be very inspirational from the time you served to get into wrestling, and even now, with the rehab. So I mean, that's
a great.
But
story.
I look this way.
I'd definitely be open to do that. You know me. I know where I've screwed up in life, and I'm more than willing to talk about it. Hell. Me and you, we're no strangers, Vega. We almost came to blows one night too.
Yeah,
man.
And
tell those.
And it's like I apologize for that, and we moved forward.
Yeah,
and that's just the way it goes. Yep. That's what men do.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't talk over the internet; they talk face to face, and they make things happen.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. And we do thank you for your service, and definitely we're gonna work towards sharing your story, because I know your story will help others that are going through what you went through, and or encourage a lot of people that might hear it. So definitely it's something that we need to get together and put in the works.
All right, I appreciate that, guys, and keep it up, and we'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna keep listening now because I'm actually here with my wife's elderly grandmother. So we're going to take care of this, and I'll keep listening.
All right, Ronnie. Thanks for joining us, man. Be easy.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Have a great night.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
too. So I got a message from. Can you make out the last comment there, Dan, about remember the UCW NEWA wars in 2003?
Oh, it says, remember the UCW NEWA wars of 2003? They ran close to the same days all the time.
Yes, yep, we do remember that.
I don't.
You're on the air, caller.
NEW, I don't remember that.
NEWA.
No, I know that.
Hello? Yeah, you're on the Showcase Pod. You're on the air. Who's this?
What's going on, Vega? It's Brandon.
Oh, what's going on, Brandon?
How you doing?
Hey, Brandon, would you like a quick shout out for your company?
The show's going well. I'm enjoying it. I'm sure there's people elsewhere that probably aren't enjoying it too much, but they'll get past it.
That's all right.
They'll get over it. We like to think that we have everybody's best interest on this show. We had a open outlet for people to call in and express their feelings and share their thoughts. But actually, if you want to share about your experience with Showcase in the last how long, year and a half?
If I'm not mistaken, his son's just passed a year.
Yep.
I mean, my son started in May of 2022. He was 15 years old, and because he was 15, obviously I stayed there throughout practices, and that hasn't changed to this day. I stayed just because of his age and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had no issues. I've had no issues at all. My kid loves it there. We're a year in now, and he's made big strides thanks to you guys to, be able to draw people in, to actually go to the shows, and it's helped build his name. That he's had the name for a while, but now it's actually built to something more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you guys have been great with him. I've had no complaints, and I could say I tried it for 2 days, and it was not easy. So
you sure you don't want to try it? You sure you don't want to try it again?
I'm positive.
Oh.
My body says no.
Your mind was telling you but your body was saying no.
Absolutely, that's the most accurate thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it's great to have young kids, that want to follow and keep the business alive. And D-Rex is one of those kids. He's 15, 16 now, Brandon?
Yeah.
He's 16
What was
now.
that again? I'm sorry.
He started at 15. He's 16 now, right?
He is 16 now, yep.
Yeah, so you see, the younger generation, kids starting early. It kind of reminds me, I told Brandon this a while back. It reminds me of myself as far as, my dad was there for me. He was really encouraging. I started at the same age. He was there for every practice. He would drive me to training. So it brought me back. I don't know if you remember, I spoke to you about that. It brought me back to my time starting in the business, so I can appreciate to see a father, that wants his son to live his dream, and he supported 100%. So my kudos go out to you for that. We need more of those.
Well, I think
I mean, it's easy. My kids are everything. Like, we're friends on Facebook. You see all of our posts. They're always about talking up about our kids, because that's just who we are. We're family oriented, and honestly, that's the way I look at Showcase. The same way.
Yeah,
you guys
we try to be a family.
you guys understand. Absolutely. You guys understand when things are going on, when we have shit going on, or like I can't bring him because of something, because obviously he doesn't drive yet, which he will be soon, which will be nice. But I'm still going to go.
You got to give it
so
use,
you guys
man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's honestly, it's been a lot of fun to watch, and also seeing it. Like, he started off just like anyone should, being, a referee or whatever the case may be, and that's also when I go there, I try to do my thing and help break down the ring and whatnot, just because, it's a better look for my kid too.
Yeah, no, and that's appreciated. Everybody's hard work.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes
you don't get the time to express your gratitude, but it's definitely not going unheard or unseen. We do appreciate all the help, and we're glad that D-Rex is doing good things. He's one of the youngest wrestlers in New England right now, and he's got a bright future. You just got to put the work in and stay humble, and great things will align for D-Rex in the future in Showcase and elsewhere.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But yeah, no, we did have that conversation before about, you were talking about how your dad used to, be your number one supporter, and it meant a lot hearing that, you know what I mean? So it's my whole thing when I was trying to actually do it is I was going to do it for like the fitness aspect, and man, it put a beating on me, and it was 2 days. I'm saying it like I put in a career, but it was like 2 days.
Yeah, it seems a day or a couple minutes in the ring could be like an eternity for people that watch the finished product on television, or they watch, they think it's a walk in the park, but
it looks a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot it looks a lot easier than what it is, and people forget the years that you have to invest to make it look easy. So definitely no easy task. But Brandon, thanks for joining us, man. I will see you. Monday.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks for calling in. There you go.
Positive review. Yeah, it's amazing when stuff's not posted on social media how truth actually comes out. Live truth.
I don't know, man. That's it's funny to say that. I haven't seen it.
And when I was saying we have 1.5 prospects that's ready to go, that's not even counting him.
Yeah.
Because he's 16.
Yeah.
So
he's got.
By the time he is 18, I'm hoping we should have 1 or 2 people again signed to the national level before that. But if not, D-Rex will be that 3rd or 4th guy.
Yep. Definitely got time on his hands, and all he has to do is, like I said, work hard, dedicate himself, and he's got the support system. Like I said,
which is huge.
A lot of and this goes out to any young kid that's watching. Even if you don't have a loved one, your father, your mother, just pick something that you love to do and focus on that, and don't let anybody hold you back and tell you can't do it, because it's your dream, it's your vision, and ultimately you're in charge of what happens in the future. So, for me, like I said, I share with Brandon, my father was always there for me. I was very lucky. I see a lot of youth nowadays that don't have that support system. They don't have their parents supporting them. They don't have a father. They grow up with a single mother or a broken home. So for me, I was very lucky. And Jay Hollywood, he's another one, my brother. He was always there for him, in his football dreams. He's always followed him. He's always supported him. So, that support system means the world to the kids growing up. Positive note.
It is another one.
Another positive note there. So, we're open to topics still. We're going on
49
we're
minutes.
going on 49 minutes. So the last 10 minutes of the show, if anybody's interested in one of the topics, either for tonight to talk about it briefly or for future shows. Speaking of future shows, the next time we're back on here live is next Thursday, which I believe is...
are we going live with that one?
Yes, we're going live on that one. And just because we're going live on Thursday...
Yep.
Oh, yes. He said he'll do it, but
Unedited?
he'll only do it live. So
boy.
July 6th, our guest in studio, a real deal, Joel Davis.
Wait. I thought he was Skyping.
No, he's coming in.
All right.
The real deal, Joel Davis, New England Wrestling Hall of Famer, longtime New England wrestler, from the days of Century Wrestling Alliance and NWA New England. He's going to have some stories. We're not responsible.
No. We almost have to put that disclaimer at the beginning for all the shows.
But the real deal is going to be in the house. He's now a comedian.
He is.
I just happened to go to one of the shows this past weekend. What a great show. What a great showing for the real deal. I enjoy myself. And it's going to be great, man. I'm looking forward to it. I know you're looking forward to it.
It's going to be The Real Truth with Joel Davis.
You got The Real Truth.
The Real Truth.
So the real
with
deal,
the real
July
deal.
6th, right here on Podcast Studio. That's going to be a good one. But like I said, if anybody wants to talk about any of the topics that we had on prior shows, like rats, stories, the dark side of New England, Puerto Rican wrestling, the stories cover everything from, shady promoters, wrestling road stories, anything. So we'll get into those. We'll have the polls back up so that people could vote for future episodes, and maybe we'll talk about it with Joel. Who knows what he wants to talk about.
Yeah, we got Joel. If I'm not mistaken, Joel started in 92, I believe, which is ironic because I graduated from high school in 1991. I couldn't find the school back in Kowalski back then.
So we got a comment. I think it's Mao. Showcase Pod, The Ring, and all the sports. I'm not sure if he wants us to comment on The Ring and all other sports. If you could clarify the question, I'll be happy to answer. He wants us to talk about it. All right. Is that Leo Connors, right? Ring and all the sports?
Yes.
Yeah, Leo, I watch the show all the time. I think it's great what he's doing. He's interviewing a lot of good talent. He's putting out a lot of good content. So yeah, I enjoy it, man. I watch the show. I enjoy what he's doing, and hopefully he keeps putting out good content. So, and that's truthful. I enjoy.
You
the
get
show.
invited up there yet?
I believed in the past. I just the drive to New Hampshire.
I think he's out of Nashua. Yeah, no. Reach out. Maybe we can figure something out to go on the show.
Yeah, it'd be great. But he's doing some good stuff.
I know he has a lot of repeat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a lot of guys that could go over there to get their story out.
Yeah. Yep. So
no, good job.
Yeah. So the Ring and all other sports on YouTube. If you're a wrestling fan, you haven't seen it, you're interested in New England stories from like old school wrestlers to current talent, the young lions, go check that out. Leo's got some good content on that channel. See if we got anybody. We got a call.
We got a ringer.
Yep, you're live on the Showcase Pod. Who's this?
Hey, Vega. This is Jonathan. How you doing, Vega? Chris, Jonathan Rezende, how are you?
What's going on, Jonathan?
Hey, not much. I just, it seems to be like the going theme that everybody's calling in and just giving their praises to the company. I figured I'd do the same. You guys have been putting in your time and efforts into me and investing into me at 36 years old. I'm learning how to wrestle for the first time, and I just really want to say thank you to both of you guys and everybody in that company. I'm really enjoying the podcast. I've been tuning in every single week, and this is the real deal. I think Mao, in his comments, by the way, Mao was saying that SPW podcast is a much superior product. It said it had the greater than symbol. I think that's what he meant by that. But, I just want to say thank you to both of you guys, and I've really enjoyed my time here at the gym and just everything that, as a dad with a family and everything going on in my life, you know, wrestling has been my only outlet and escape from reality, and I'm really enjoying my time there. So thank you guys so much.
Hey, you're welcome for trusting in us. You know, at 36 years of age to try your passion. This, Jonathan, has this been like a childhood dream that you always wanted to be a pro wrestler and just never got around to it?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I remember ever since I was a little kid, me and my friends always used to, you know, be in the backyard and imitate all of our favorite wrestlers and, you know, the legends, the icons. I've been watching wrestling since I was a little kid, and I just never had the time for it. You know, I started getting into the workforce at a young age, had to support myself and take care of what I had to do, and then, you know, for a little short period of time, I was involved in music. I got to travel with a band for a little while, and that was my passion for that time, and it is what it is. And, you know, I love everything about wrestling, and I'm really, you know, loving the fact that you guys have given me a chance to step in the ring with you guys and train with you. It's been a great experience.
That's great, man. You know, you kind of remind me of an old friend, an old student that we had. His name was Cargill Benton, and, you know, he started, I think, at his same age, right? 36?
Same age, both in the music industry, both frontmen for bands. So
Bobby, you know, he had a rough start, but he believed in himself. He wanted to do it. He didn't take no for an answer. I believe the first time he tried it, he busted his ribs. But he came back. You know, he came back, and like I said, he never gave up, and he lived a dream, and for himself, he was satisfied with what he did. You know, he got to be a Showcase champion in multiple occasions, worked a lot of big events, you know, worked some names. You know, he had a great run in an indie promotion, and he got to live his dream. So, you know, it's never too late, man.
Yeah, I do have to say, you know, it probably doesn't feel the same for me at 36 as it does for D-Rex at 16, you know, being in that ring every week. But, you know, either way, I'm not giving up anytime soon. I'm committed to standing by and just keep going. You know, I'm going to spearhead this thing. I'm going to make it happen. So,
all right, man. That's all you can ask for. Hard work. You know, you'll get what you put in, and you know, just stay motivated and consistent. Repetitions.
Absolutely. Thanks again, guys. Thanks. Have a good night.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Peace.
All right. So, anything you want to touch up on?
No. I'll be honest with you. I thought we would be flooded with negative phone calls, people reacting and complaining and bitching and texting and calling.
Oh, that's for later. That's the.
All right. So that's when you go on social media afterwards.
After we leave the air and all that stuff.
But remember, phone's always on. Always have conversation.
You know, with that being said, I guess, you know, again, July 14 we'll be back at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Arena, 126 Main Street in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Great night of pro wrestling, 7:47 p.m. bell time. Join us for that. On July 30th, we're back at India Point Park from 1 p.m. and on at the Puerto Rican Festival in Providence. That's going to be a great event. Make sure you don't touch the flag. You're going to get yourself.
We can have those stories coming up.
Yeah, those come soon.
Yeah. Well, no, you can touch the flag. Yeah, but if you touch it, you have to be able to handle what comes from it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Well, you know,
doing it is okay, but can you handle what comes out of it?
Well, we've had a lot of people try it, and they didn't want the heat from it.
Well, we may see it very soon.
Don't forget SP Wrestling on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. You were practicing your salsa. You better be good with your Spanish, your salsa. I mean, some merengue, some bachata, all that good stuff for the 30th at the PR Fest. You can follow me on Instagram at Pun Don Vega and on Facebook, Punisher Don Vega. You got social media you want to plug?
No, I'll do everything on Showcase.
Okay, Showcase.
Everything is good. SP Wrestling for any tickets coming up for the 14th and the events coming up in the fall. ShowcaseProWrestling.com. We can find information about training, birthday parties, upcoming events. We are booking fall and winter events now for our fundraisers. So if you have an organization looking for some great funds, it's a nice way to do it. We have a great way to do it for one night to get all the money that you need. give us a call, send us an email. We'll set up
Also,
for you.
since we're into the plugs, I forgot that the 28th will be at the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. The 29th, Fan Fest, and this is all at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Warwick, Rhode Island. Like I said, July 30th at the PR Fest. And if Danny, you can pull it up since we're in the cheap plugs. My new shirt is dropping. Ooh. I know if the haters want to buy one and rip it, I don't care, whatever. But it's on sale now on my social media accounts. You could go and take a look at it. Yeah, I did get a comment the other day. Oh, how original! Like anything in wrestling, it's not borrowed or edited or.
Why? What's on there? What? You have the American flag?
It's the BWO.
I thought that was from
the Boricua.
I thought that was. I thought that was like a Cody Rhodes ripoff, or maybe the Patriot ripoff.
I don't know. It could be.
Or Savio Vega ripoff,
it could
or
be anybody.
A lot of ripoffs over there.
A lot of ripoffs, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, they're on sale. You could hit me up on Facebook Messenger or on my Instagram page. I do take Venmo sale. Or you could purchase at the next live events. With that being said, we appreciate everybody for joining us for our 4th episode of the Showcase Pod. Hopefully by the next time we're back, episode 3 will be back on the YouTube page. But for now, that's all we got. Tonight was great. Feel good?
I feel good.
Danny, thanks for everything behind the keyboards there. This has been the Showcase Pod. I am Don Vega, the boss quiz Blackheart. We'll catch you down the road.